which says, "For I know him." This is Yahuwah referring to Abraham. "For I know him that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of Yahuwah to do justice and judgment, that Yahuwah may bring upon Abraham that which he has promised of him." The reason I brought this up is because a lot of times we like to say we're children of Abraham of faith, and that he is one of our forefathers of. That he's a great example, and I believe that we are supposed to be children after him, seed after him, that does justice and does righteous judgment. I'm just going to kind of breeze through these. Deuteronomy 24, 17, and 18. 24, 17, and 18. This says, "You shall not pervert the judgment of the stranger or of the fatherless, nor of the widow's raiment to pledge, but you shall remember that you were a bondman in Egypt, and Yahuwah your God redeem you thence. Therefore I command you to do this thing." I put this one because one of the excuses we tend to hear is because we do not, you were just bringing this up, because we do not know the person, that we cannot fight for them. And I would say we're not supposed to pervert judgment for the stranger included. It's not just people that are close to us. I will address one thing within the comments saying if I see something in front of me, but not if there's something more globally going on or something that's in the media, I would say that's incorrect, because if a cause is brought forth, and we see, based on what we see, that it is unjust, or we see that it is not righteous, that we should be able to speak up for it. And I understand that there are these.
Can I just be straightforward? The scripture does not say, let's defend the poor and the weak if the issue's right in front of us. The scripture doesn't say that. Stop looking for loopholes and excuses to justify your apathetic heart and behavior. I'm just going to be direct and say it, man. Like, if you can't find a scripture that says this, it's not supported. The scripture says to defend, period. So the fact that it is brought up, you're not a police officer, you're not a judge, you're not a reporter. So when reports are made, when judgments are made, and a case is made and it's final and it's definitely confirmed that this is the situation, your response should not be, "Oh, I don't have anything to say." Your response should at least bare minimum, it should be, "If this is what they say it is, this is how I feel about it, and I disagree with this, and I stand against this." You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Work with us here. Stop trying to find excuses to justify your apathetic behavior.
Thank you. He said it in different words. I mean, Psalms 89:14. Says, "Justice and judgment are the habitation of your throne. Mercy and truth shall go before your face." The reason I want to bring this one up is because in the beginning, Dario was talking in regards to us being ambassadors, right? We're supposed to be ambassadors of Yahuwah, of Yahusha. And if his throne is a habitation of mercy, of truth, of judgment, of justice, and this is things that we are supposed to be displaying as his people, as his ambassadors, because we want to essentially look like him. So when injustices do rise up and we want to be noted as his children, one of the ways that we look like them is to rise up against injustice. And I do believe it is a shame, and shame for myself as well, because I have not been as vocal and as active as I should be. So I'll take home this as myself, but that non-believers or others are more advocates than I have been, or that I have seen within our own community, because of the excuses. And I think, quite frankly, just dismissing things and trying to write on everything is so spiritual without actually realizing that there are things that happen in the in the natural, that we need to do as well. Proverbs 21:3. Which says, "To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to Yahuwah than sacrifice." I'll let that speak for itself, unless you want to say something on that.